Hi everyone, Scott Lewis here for Wirefly. Today I'm here to bring you a full review of the brand new LG Optimus G for Sprint. We didn't do an unboxing video for the Optimus G, so I wanted to take the first couple seconds here and show you exactly what you get in the box with the Optimus G. First off, you have your start guide and your user's manual. Next, you have your micro USB charge cable and sync cable, as well as the charge block. LG's included a bonus accessory in the box, so you have your LG NFC Tags. So you get two of them in the package. And I think LG was very smart to put some NFC tags in the box so that you actually take advantage of the NFC or near field communication technology that you have built into the Optimus G. Essentially, NFC tags are programmable stickers. So you can see our little round sticker here, and there's a small coil of wire on the back of it. You can actually use the phone to program this sticker, and you can place it somewhere in your office or in your house, and it will perform specific functions or features or launch applications on the Optimus G. Now, I've actually programmed both of these stickers, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So one of them here, we'll tap, and you can see that it turns off the Wi-Fi, turns on GPS, makes sure that our data network's connected, and it turns on the ringer. So yes, we want to do that. So that would be one that we would use in the car. So we don't need Wi-Fi in the car, but we would need GPS. And let's say then we get to the office, we would tap the phone, and it turns our Wi-Fi on, leaves our data network on, but turns our phone to silent. So that would be useful in the office so that you're not interrupting everyone. So for me, the NFC tags are really a nice accessory that they include for you so that you can start to learn and use the NFC technology that's built in to the LG Optimus G. So let's go ahead and take a tour around the Optimus G real quick and go over some specs. Up on top here we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the side, our power and sleep button. We have our 3 navigation buttons along the bottom here. On the front we have a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. On the bottom is your micro USB charge port. You have the volume up and down rocker on the left side. And then on the back is a very nice feature for the Optimus G. It is a 13 megapixel rear-facing camera with an LED flash. The nice thing about that camera is that it also records video in true high definition 1080p at 30 frames per second. The battery in the Optimus G is a 2100 milliamp hour battery. Now it is an integrated battery, so you cannot replace the battery in the Optimus G yourself, or you cannot pull the battery. And then as far as texture or look, you can see that it has kind of this dotted back. It's a bright back, but it is a very nice feel and it has a really nice look to it. The Optimus G is powered by a 1.5 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon S4 processor. It has 2 gigabytes of processor RAM, and it has 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, so it has a lot of onboard storage. But one drawback for the Optimus G is that it does not have a micro SD card slot to expand storage. So if 32 gigabytes isn't enough for onboard storage, you would need to use a cloud-based or like a Dropbox type service for additional storage. The display on the Optimus G is a 4.7-inch diagonal LCD display. It is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass, so it's scratch resistant and crack resistant, but it will scratch and it will crack if you happen to drop it or really treat it rough. Screen resolution on the Optimus G is 768 by 1280, which gives it an overall pixel density of 318 pixels per inch. The Optimus G has very crisp and very clear screen resolution. At 318 pixels per inch, it even rivals Apple's iPhone 5's Retina display. That's 326 pixels per inch. So it's only 8 pixels per inch off Apple's Retina display. Now I've downloaded 2 different benchmarks. We're going to put it through a Quadrant Standard benchmark and an Antutu benchmark. Let's go ahead and start with the Quadrant Standard benchmark and see what kind of score we get. I expect a very good score from the quad-core processor that's in the Optimus G. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off now, and I'll pick it back up at the end of the Quadrant Standard benchmark. So it looks like our Quadrant Standard benchmark is wrapping up. And just a reminder, our Quadrant Standard benchmark and our Antutu benchmark test the CPU, the GPU or graphics processor, the RAM in the phone, as well as the read-write speed to the memory. So those are our 4 things that the Quadrant Standard and the Antutu benchmark test. So it does look like our Optimus G performed very well, a total score of 7,160. And you can see how it compares to the HTC One X, the Transformer Prime, the Atrix 4G, the Galaxy Nexus. So some very high-powered phones that the Optimus G has a considerable higher Quadrant Standard benchmark score. At the bottom you can see our total for the different CPU, the memory, the read-write speed, and then the 2D and 3D graphics processor tests. So let's go ahead and put it through the Antutu benchmark now. So the same things are tested in the Antutu benchmark, It's going to be the CPU, the GPU, graphics processor, the RAM, and the read-write speed to the memory of the phone. So same thing, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, and I'll pick it up at the end of the Antutu benchmark. So it looks like our Antutu benchmark is about wrapped up. So there we go, it's all wrapped up now. Now our overall score for the Antutu benchmark is going to be 16,964. And kind of the same thing, we can see the GPU and CPU scores, the RAM and the read-write or input-output speed test, all as separate scores. So it is also a very high score in the Antutu benchmark for the Optimus G, but once again with the quad-core processor and 2 gigabytes of processor RAM, I expect a really high score, a very solid score from a phone with those kind of specs. The next thing I want to do is show you some sample still images and some sample video from the Optimus G's 13 megapixel rear-facing camera. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Here's some sample video from the 1080p recording LG Optimus G for Sprint. It is a very nice morning out. Blue skies with quite a few clouds, but they're nice white clouds. It's not overcast. I'm holding the phone about 8 to 10 inches away from my mouth, so we'll see how audio comes out. Overall, using the Optimus G is very easy. The menus are very user-friendly. They're icon-driven, as well as a description, so very easy to use. So that was our sample video. Let's go ahead and take a look at some still images now. In the first still image, you'll see our Wirefly building off to the left. You'll notice it's a bright sunny morning, and you'll see some little cotton ball clouds up in the sky there. I thought the Optimus G did a very nice job of actually showing some definition in the clouds and not just letting it all kind of blend in together. So overall, it was a very nice representation of what you would see with your eyes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next still image. In this one, you'll see the rest of the Wirefly building there on your right-hand side. And once again, it captured the definition up in the clouds, and it was a very crisp and very clean picture. And overall, the camera was very easy to use. The only thing it lacked was a dedicated shutter button. So that was the sample video and the sample test shots that I took with the 13 megapixel rear-facing camera from the Optimus G. Now I want to take you for a quick tour around the operating system. Now it is running Android 4.0.4 operating system. And one nice thing is that it is scheduled to get the Android 4.1 Jelly Bean upgrade sometime here in December. So it is just a normal operating system where you scroll through and you have your different pages to drop things in. You have your app tray right here, and it's a side-to-side scroll. I know some are up and down even with Android, but this one is side-to-side. You have the downloaded applications that you've downloaded, the widgets. So these are all the different widgets that you have available on the Optimus G. It's a very standard set of widgets, nothing too crazy. Now I do recommend if you're looking for specific widgets or something really different than what comes on the stock Android operating system, I recommend checking out the Google Play Store and doing a search for widgets. So those are all the widgets that are available there that come preloaded on the Optimus G. And like any Android phone, you can press and hold the different icons or applications and move them anywhere on the screen. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the browser and what it looks like. So here's our wirefly.com mobile site, and it's a very nice experience here on the Optimus G. Very fluid, very smooth. You have pinch and zoom as well, so it's very responsive for that. And the display is very bright and very crisp, so I really like this 4.7-inch LCD display on the Optimus G. Let me show you the keyboard on the Optimus G here when you go to type in or send a message or type in a web address. If you were starting to go to Wirefly, you'll notice that there's predictive text right here along the side or on top of the keyboard that will give you different words that you might have been trying to type in. If you spend some time and get used to predictive text, it can actually save you a lot of time typing in web addresses or sending text messages. Let's go ahead and check out the text message experience here on the Optimus G. It is something that a lot of people do now. So we have our standard 4-row keyboard in portrait mode, and then we can also go to landscape mode. We'll rotate that, and it gets a lot bigger, nice spacing on it. And the same thing, you get predictive text on the Optimus G. So it's very easy to use, and like I said, as you get used to typing with predictive text, it can really speed up your message sending speeds. So that's our full review of the LG Optimus G for Sprint. My name's Scott Lewis for Wirefly. Thanks for watching.